Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Cage Talk. Today, I have the Ultimate Fighter 5 lightweight runner-up. We have Manvel, the Anvil, Gamburyan. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Again, you go by a couple names, right? You go by the Pitbull, because I remember back in the day it was the Pitbull, then it kind of switched up. Which one do you prefer?
Uh, to be honest, I start off with the nickname of the real deal.
Okay, the real deal.
Uh, this was 1998, 1999.
Okay.
Cage Combat. I used to fight every first Monday of the month.
Oh,
So
really?
every month, first Monday, and uh, Haja was the name. It was like a couple of my fights not are not even in Sherdog, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So he was offering me all the fights, and I was like, whatever. I mean, yeah, I was just yeah, I'll fight, yeah, I'll fight. He goes, man, this guy is the real deal, man. He never backs down. He never talks to anything. He just says, let's do it.
Uh-huh.
So they named me the real deal, and I'm a huge fan of Evander Holyfield. I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan of his, and he's got the real. I mean, he's the real deal, not me. So I got the. I mean, yeah, it was cool for a minute, and then I started fighting at Shooto Challenge in St. Louis.
Okay.
Uh, Randy Greenman, he passed away a couple of years ago. He says, "Man, you're not the real deal. You're the pit bull. The way you fight, the way you act, the way you carry yourself, you're the pit bull."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do people think I'm just stealing uh, fighters' nicknames because it was under Arlovsky that time?
Yep.
So, and then we fought. Give me 1 second, yeah. Anjali Zenamiat. Interview Chestanum, me Azra. Can I have a Sorry about that with my daughter.
No, man, don't worry about it. That's I like it. That's the great thing about the podcast is it's more it's raw, you know.
Yeah. So I went with the
Okay.
pitbull for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. And then I joined the Ultimate Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
2006, it was a tryouts. By the way, I never people don't even know this. I never went for the tryouts. I never went for anything. I went for the meetings only.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Sorry.
No, that's right, man. Don't worry about it.
It's kids, man. Kids. Right, using the iPad, I'm doing interview. She's still puts the volume up.
Yeah, my kids like that too. Don't worry about it.
So I never went to tryouts.
Okay.
Never. And I was supposed to fight December 29th when Chuck Liddell fought Tito Ortiz.
Okay. First one.
So I'm getting a call and I'm doing the all thing, and then Joe Silva called me, ex UFC matchmaker. He goes, Manny, I'm not trying to pull you off from the card that you're gonna fight.
Mm.
I'm just saying it's gonna be a big opportunity for you. We're shooting the Ultimate Fighter season 5, coached by BJ Penn and Jens Pulver, and it's gonna be one weight class, first time, only 150 fighters. I'm like 155ers, 16 dudes, same house. I don't know, man.
And were you at that time? Were you
I don't
fighting
know if you
at
can.
that? Were you fighting at that weight, or what was your weight at that time?
No, I never thought I could make 155.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I fought at 180.
Okay.
I fought at 170.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I could make 155, to be honest. Never. I never thought I could make 155. So when they call, I talked to my parents. I'm like, they're offering me this, but they're saying if I don't want to take that, I'm still fighting the the December 29th fight.
Mm-hmm.
UFC, I think it was 42. Assuming it was UFC number 42. It was crazy. And then I talked to my dad, and my dad said, I mean, I think you should do it.
Mm-hmm.
because I think you should do it. It might be a very big opportunity for you. Like,
Did you want
I
to
don't know.
be in like yeah, did you want to be in the house and do all the show and the cameras in your face?
No, I
No.
didn't know the whole thing, to be honest. The
Oh.
worst part was I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Freaking cameras all over your face. You
Hmm.
walk to the bathroom, they're following you when you go inside the bathroom. That's the only time you don't have a camera.
Camera in your face.
And showering, there's no camera. The rest of the day, I feel like paparazzi are following me.
Hmm.
Long story short, I'm saying, all right, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll try it. So, Kurt Peligian and I forgot which lady was it. They were sitting there. They called me to go to the interviews. So it's like to see like I'm really want to do it or not, because UFC want me to do it for sure.
Yeah.
I guess my character or so I don't know. So I walked in, and Kurt Peligian, by the way, is Armenian, half Armenian.
Okay.
I walked in, and he looked at me. I love the way he smiles. He goes, "You don't think you're too small for this big fighters? They're like 5'10", 6 feet, 6'2", 6'3". I shook his hand. I shook the girl was sitting there. I shook her hand. I sat down, and he started talking to me like that. And I said, "Listen, all I can tell you, always remember, big things come in small packages. If I go, it's game over. I'm winning. If I'm not going, I don't know who's winning."
Hmm.
And I got up and I left. My interview was 2 minutes.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, I think I fucked it up. I'm like, I'm like, I don't they like me. I think I'm done. Long story short, 2 days later they called me like, Manny, fly to Vegas for the blood test, this, that, whatever. I flew there and I saw a lot of familiar faces. I
Hmm.
saw Gray Maynard, I saw Joe Lazon, I saw Brian Garrity, I saw Cole Miller, I saw Emerson, I saw Nate Diaz. I mean, everyone was there.
Hmm.
And majority of them, that obviously I don't know them, but they know me because I fought before me fighting to the UFC. I fought Jorge Santiago, I fought Sam Morgan, I fought Pat Benson, I fought Sean Shirk. So before coming there, I already fought those guys. And Jez Palver knew who I was.
Okay.
He knew who I fought.
Hmm.
So and then I mean, I'm okay with it. I'll blood test. I never done steroids in my life. I've never touched it. I never used it, and I will never use it. So once I went there, and then they called me 2 3 days later. They're like, okay, Manny, January 20th. This was 2006 November. He goes, you're picked. January 20th. You are flying into the Vegas. You're staying at the Palace Station Hotel, and January 21st, 2007. You're going to the Ultimate Fighter. I'm like, great. Whenever the time comes, I flew to Vegas.
Hmm.
I stayed at the Palace Station. And then everyone came. They take away your phone. They take away everything you have, clothes, and you go to the house. I walked into the house. I see only 16 dudes.
Jeez.
No TV, no phones, no magazine, nothing. It's just food and us.
Jeez.
And I'm looking at the house, the beautiful house. And I'm looking at the fighters. They all bigger than me. This and that. I'm like, I don't care.
Hmm.
No one's beating me here.
Yeah.
No one has a chance to beat me here. That's what I'm talking to myself.
Hmm.
And then they made a big scene. If you watch this, the episodes, and when Rob Emerson was writing stuck a Team Pulver,
I
and
remember.
I'm the next up guy. I'm next up. Like everyone's like, kind of. I feel like they're pointing at me,
Hmm.
and I got pissed. I was about to leave. God bless his soul. Corey Hill saved me. the big, tall, black guy, 6'4". He goes, "You're not going anywhere. You're staying. You're not going anywhere." And then I'm like, "All right, I'm staying." So long story short, I won the first fight against Noah Thomas. I Kamura'd him. And then the line goes, and then Matt Wyman fought. He beat one of our fighters, Cole Miller.
Yeah.
And then when he won, he went like this, and we looked at all of us. Like, he went like this, like, "Fuck all you guys."
Yeah.
I said, "You're next, motherfucker. You're next," I said. And I came to the training and I told Jens Pulver, "I know he's tough. I know Matt Wyman's very tough. He's next. I'm fighting him next." And then I picked him to fight because I didn't want no easy fights. I didn't want easy fights. My goal was to fight Nate. My goal was to fight Joe Lozon. And my goal was to fight Matt Wyman. Because I thought they're the legit guys there.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to other guys. I think they're top 3 guys. Grayman was tough, but he was green. He was so green. So I beat Matt Wyman. And then I'm in the semis. The fights are finished, and then the semis are, it's me, Nate, Gray Maynard, and Joel Zahn. And Dana walked me into the office. He goes, "Who do you want to fight?" I'm like, "I don't give a fuck who I fight. I'm winning. I will be in the finale June 23rd,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm winning the whole show." I told him that, and he goes, "Come back. So who do you want to fight?" I'm like, "I don't care. I don't care what fight. All 3 of them at the same time."
Mm-hmm.
And I walked out. And then Joe Lozon walked in. His first guy ever called me out. He goes, I can fight. I can fight Manny." None of the guys wanted to fight me, by the way. None of them. They can hear these messages. They can hear this interview one day. They didn't want to fight me. I wanted to fight all of them. All of them. So when I beat Joe Lozon, by the way, I fought Joe Lozon when I was hurt. My shoulder. If they look at the fight,
Mm-hmm.
I was hurt during the fight. And after the fight, when I'm posing with Nate Diaz, they can go check it out. I had an ice pack big on my right shoulder. I was already hurt. Coming to the finale, the Ultimate Fighter, I was hurt. From a judo tournament in New York Open in New York against a German, #1 German fighter. I got hurt. I fell on my shoulder. That's how it started. So I'm in the finale with Nate. Homie. Super nice guy.
Was it hard to, especially since you guys trained together, you guys were on the same team, because you guys kind of knew exactly what you knew what he had and he knew what you had? Yeah.
I did. I know. I know what exactly Nate had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all I have to do against Nate, I need endurance. And I never had endurance problem. I'm gonna fight him, take him down, wrestle him, win the decision. He's not knocking me out. He's not submitting me. That's in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my head all the time. Whatever. Long story short, fighting against Nate, I popped my shoulder out. The worst pain, worst injury I have ever had in my whole entire life. I had a torn ligaments, a torn rotator cuff, whatever. It still hurts, by the way. It's been 12, 13, for 17 years. It still bothers me.
Jeez.
After that, it was life changing. I got famous. Everyone knows me. All my people, Armenians, knows me. They were all happy. The whole world knows who Manny Gamburyan was. This and that. I had a lot of success in the UFC, and then Mike Dolce, after Nick Lenz fight, came up to me and goes, "Manny, please, I'm begging you. Can we drop to?" "No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Let's go back. Let's go back." Lorenzo and Dana
Mm-hmm.
came up to me. in the locker room, I was cutting weight against Thiago Tavares. This is exactly Lorenzo's words. Manny, if you can make 145, we'll give you a title fight with Uriah Faber. And I looked at him, I'm like, I already fought 2 times in UFC. I beat Nate Moore, I leg locked him, and I beat Jeff Cox. I guillotined him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't think I can make 145. I'm sorry. I barely 155.
How would you how would what would you do to cut for 155? Again, how would like your start weight and where would it kind of like,
Listen, I mean, I was cutting it wrong way. I was
oh
not
really?
eating for a couple of days.
Oh shit.
Like after that fight, Thiago Tavares, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna drop to 145. So Dink told me, Joseph goes, Manny, can you please make 145? And you'll fight at WC. Sorry, let's do it. They're not cutting me. They're
Mm-hmm.
please, let's do 145. This 55s are too big for you. All right, let's make 145. So I went down to 145. First fight they offered me undefeated. What was his name? I forgot his name. Undefeated guy. They gave it to me 5-0, 6-0, something like that. I beat him up. And I thought I was getting a title shot because me dropping to 145, I didn't think they had too much talent. That big name, me coming from the UFC, and I'm getting a title shot.
Yeah.
And then I beat him. And then they offered me Leonard Garcia. All right, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you beat Leonard Garcia, you'll be you'll and Mike Brown to face winner of Jose Aldo and Uriah Faber. By the way, my only goal to go to 145 was to fight Uriah Faber.
Okay.
That was my dream fight. That was my dream fight. So, long story short, I knocked out Mike Brown and Jose Aldo beat Faber.
Yeah.
And I got a knockout of the night bonus, $65,000.
Nice.
And they said, Dana White company goes, you're next in line. 145 belts. Without a doubt. 1 month, less than 1 month, they called me September 30th, 2010. You're headlining the card against Jose Aldo for the belt. A winner of us will get a UFC belt, not a WC belt. And I got excited. I'm fighting for the belt. I'm fighting for the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people, not a lot of fighters have that opportunity to fight for the gold. I felt blessed. And I felt like, you know what? I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Jose Aldo was a better night that night. He was undefeated. He was an amazing fighter. He still is. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's the GOAT at 145. I don't care what anyone says.
Mm-hmm.
I lost to Jose Aldo. And then they offered me Diego Nunes. I won the fight, but they gave it to Diego Nunes. But Dana White paid me the whole money. Dana White said, you won the fight. After the next fight, they offered me Tyson Griffin. And they gave it to Paid again. And then they offered me Michihiro Omigawa, the Olympian, judo, at Stable Center. I fought him. And then they offered me Cole Miller, not a tough guy, tall, lanky guy. I beat him. And then I fought Dennis Seaver.
I remember that fight.
After Dennis Seaver, they offered me Nick Lance. After Nick Lance, Mike Dolce was cornering Nick Lentz. He came up to me after the fight. He goes, "Manny, you're a great fighter. Let me help you to make 135. I don't want you to pay me. It'll be honor for me for you to make you go down to 135. You'll be the first fighter to go 170, 155, 145, and 135." I said, "Mike, I'll do everything, bro. But it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hella hard." Long story short, I made 135. They offered me Cody Gibson, another tough guy. I fought Cody Gibson, and then they offered me Scott Jorgensen. I fought Jorgensen, and then they offered me John Dodson. This my last 10 fights. I've been hurt, I've been overtrained, and I've been unhealthy. And then the last fight was in Brazil, Sao Paulo. I forgot his name. Who I fought. Whatever. I dislocated. People think he punched me, knocked me out, or dropped me, TKO'd me. I popped my knee during the fight.
Damn.
I twisted and I fell down. He came up to me, he pounded, and they stopped the fight. And I looked at the audience. I looked at everyone. I just closed my eyes and I said, oh, I can't do this anymore. I really can't. The people that I'm fighting, that I'm losing, they're not supposed to beat me. They cannot beat me. I'm better, stronger, technical, everything. My health is an issue. My body is done. Give up on me. I'm still fighting for what?
Yeah.
So I hung up my gloves in my last fight in Sao Paulo. And it's been a long journey. It's been a long career. And after that, until today, I actually had a conversation with Dana the other day.
Oh, really?
I said, I want to come back. I want to fight again.
What do you say?
He said, don't do it. It's not worth it. You have a beautiful family. You're married. You've done enough. It's not worth it. And I know what he means because he's been very supportive to me. He's been an amazing person to me. I know a lot of people don't like him, and I never had a problem with him. He always respected me. I always respect him, and he's been in my life for like 14, 15, 17, 20 years almost.
Yeah.
So I have a good relationship with him, and I want to stay like that.
Yeah, of
And
course.
maybe one day I can be part of the UFC and work for them. That's the goal, and do something for them. And I've been with the company for 18 years, and I had over 22 fights in the UFC. And yes, I never became a champion, but I just love the UFC and I love the organization, how amazing they run their whole business.
Mm-hmm.
And Dana White is why the reason that the sport is here.
Absolutely.
They don't give him credit. They hate on him, but it is what it is. Hate him or love him. He's the reason why the sport is here. Straight up. He's the reason. So I have a really good relationship with him and I'm very thankful. And hopefully you never know. One day I might work for them and be part of the group, and that can be another dream come true also.
That'll be cool. And like I said, like they have all these fighters nowadays that and UFC's gone so big and they have so many. They have like the cover team that covers the fight night, the pay-per-views. I mean, it would be nice to have, like I said, an analyst, like another fighter analyst, be in there. I think it's important,
I
and I
follow
think
all the sport. I
it's
follow all the fighters. I know all of the fighters, and my style is different.
mhm.
I know judo. I know jiu-jitsu. I know grappling. My striking is not the best out there, but I hit hard. A lot of the strikers, they were scared to strike with me. A lot of the grapplers, they were scared to grapple me. A
Mhm.
lot of the wrestlers, they were scared to wrestle me. So it was my puzzle was not that easy to deal with, but I got blessed. God gave me the talent to do what I love best and fought for so many years in my life. I
Yeah,
started competing when I was 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, you had this ferocious pace on you, man. Like that I don't think that a lot of people couldn't keep up with. Not only in stand up, but like I said, like the ground game. You were amazing and stuff, and you knew how to finish a fight. Was there any like I don't know? Was there any technique that you liked doing like on the ground? Was there like a submission move that you kind of like was your favorite to sink in? Or
Kimura, guillotine,
anything,
leg lock.
anything,
It
right?
was,
Anything
it
you could
was
grab.
whatever's there. Whatever there I was taking. It was rear naked choke, I'll do rear naked choke. It was Kimura, it's Kimura's leg lock, it's leg lock. I finished with an armbar. I finished with the guillotine. I finished it with the leg lock in my career. I finished it with the knee bar. I finished the rear naked choke. I finished the triangle. All of them.
Mm.
I knocked someone out. Not three people. One of them is Mike Brown, Jorge Santiago, and I forgot the other guy's name.
What was your favorite fight in your career? Is it the Mike Brown knockout?
That was the biggest.
Yeah.
April 24th, Armenian Genocide Day. It was huge for me. It was a diplomatic fight, bro. It was one of those days that I can't lose to this guy. I know who he is.
Hmm.
He's Mike Brown.
Yeah.
He's an amazing champion fighter. He knows the game A to Z. But I said in my heart, I'm like, he's not beating. He can't beat me. He can't beat me. And luckily, I knocked him out. But again, before me walking out to the cage,
Hmm.
from the locker room, I turned around and I told my boxing coach, I said, I'm knocking him out first round. And he looked at my face. He goes, I don't doubt it. And we just went. And we worked on that technique because we know that he throws the right hand and he lands because he
Hmm.
wants to lay. He throws the right hand, so he can clinch and take you down.
Yeah.
We worked on it. Yep.
Like I said, man, you've had an amazing career. Again, it was always fun to watch you from the Ultimate Fighter, from WEC. I mean, you did it all, and I think you were a very big fan favorite. Again, um, now how was that transition? I know you trained with Carl Parisian's cousin, worked with him a lot before getting to the UFC, correct? You were were in his corner when he was in the UFC, right?
Oh, of course. Of course. I worked with Carl Parisian, Ronda Rousey my whole life.
Nice. How's Carl, by the way?
I talked to him a couple days ago. He's doing good. He's in a
Yeah,
better place.
yeah, good. That's one important thing I love doing these podcasts too, because again, I love. I mean, I've been watching UFC since from the very beginning, but man, some of these fighters, man, they get lost. A lot of people don't um, know what they're doing nowadays, and it's always good to catch up and to make sure they're okay, and seeing that they're in a better place or even their right mindset. It's nice to check up on the fighters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nowadays they pick and choose fights.
They do. Yep. Unfortunately, they
They
do.
they pick and choose fights. Now this generation, bro, they gotta step up, bro. I'm sorry to say, but this generation is like a lot of pussies out there.
Hmm.
That you don't pick and choose and fight, man. You fight whoever they offer you. Take the fucking fight. If you're good enough to beat him, you'll beat him. If you're
Yeah.
not, you didn't beat him, then look at Kevin Gastelum, bro. Homeboy came down from 85 to 170. He picked the hardest fight. Ragmanovich.
Mhm.
That's a that's a that's a difficult guy to deal with.
Mhm.
But he has a goal. He has a mission. He wants to get there fast.
Yeah.
I like that. I never pick and choose the fights. I said, just go like this and stand. That guy. I want that guy. I want that guy. If you're better than me, you're gonna beat me regardless.
Yeah.
You're gonna, you're gonna beat me regardless.
What are you doing? What are you doing now? Are you coaching at all?
I'm trying to open my own gym.
Okay, cool.
That's the big plan right now.
You're in Cali, right? Or no?
I'm in California. Yes.
California, nice.
Hopefully things work out well. End of the year, I'll have the Anvil Academy open.
Cool. You got the name and everything already. That's cool. It's good. It's
Yes,
good.
sir.
And how's your family? Again, you have a little girl.
Family's good. I have wife, 3 kids, two
Nice.
girls and a boy. Life is good, man. I'm blessed.
Good.
Having kids and having a family changed my life.
Absolutely.
It's always good to have like to come home for something.
Yep. And
I got
them.
married. I got married like at the age of 34.
Okay.
2015, I got married, and 2016, my daughter was born. And then 2 years later, my second daughter was born. And then 2021, July 7th, my son was born.
July 7th. My son was born July 7th too. He's gonna be 3 this now.
He'll be two.
Yeah.
He'll be two.
Cool. Cool. See, there you go,
Yep.
man. It's awesome. Yeah. Like I said, they're like a sponge, man. They soak in everything that you say, even if you think that you don't, you know, you think they're not watching, they're watching you constantly. Every little move you do, everything
Oh
you
yeah,
do, everything you
they do.
say,
They really do.
it's crazy, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
But it's a fun journey.
absolutely 100%.
It's good to have something, like I said, to come home to.
Yeah. Some.
I got married late. That was that was the whole problem. But
Hmm.
better late than sorry, right? It's
Yeah.
always good. Some people don't even get married. Some people get married and they can never have kids, and especially nowadays, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So
nowadays it's
I have
crazy.
three. What else do I want?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. So we'll see where life takes me, and the whole process. What? Like I said, the gym is the main goal. To be
Okay.
honest, that's the main goal.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Cali's not easy to place to live. Everything's expensive here. Everything's overpriced. Life is hard here.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Do I like living here? Yes and no. Why I like is I like to be in an industry that a lot of people. I
Hmm.
don't like I don't like quiet places. Like I don't like quiet. I'm a loud guy to be start out with, so I don't like to be in quiet places. But again, I mean, I don't know. Kind of the main goal is to live in Vegas.
Okay.
Again, if they offer me the work and the job and everything else to, like I said, to be part of the UFC, we're working on that too. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, I will consider myself to go to Vegas because I always want to live in Vegas. I don't gamble. I don't party. I don't drink every day. I drink once in a while, and
Hmm.
I'm not. I don't get drunk or like wasted or like. I drink to have fun, and I always train and I always work out. So I like to have more fun because like growing up, this is I forgot to tell you this. I didn't start late. I started 10 years old, so I didn't have a childhood. Like my child was training. I grew up by like as long as I know myself that I started training. Right now, what I do, like if I'm going out to eat and drink, it's
Hmm.
new. If I'm eating a cake, it's something new for me. Because when I was in training camp, I was fighting, I was training. I never had that opportunity to enjoy that whole growing up situation, having being young and being out and just do like what kids do.
Where were you originally born? Because I know you
I
left
was I was I was born in Armenia.
Armenia, right?
I
How was
came to the States in 91.
91? Okay. How was life growing up over there? Obviously, it's different than the United
I
States.
was young. I mean, I only lived there for 10 years.
Hmm.
I've been living in the United States in LA for 32 years now.
Oh wow.
But again, when I grew up there, my parents are from there. My both parents and my big older brother.
Hmm.
I was born there. I wasn't raised there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
I'm raised in LA,
Okay.
in America, obviously, because I lived there 10 years and I lived 32 years here.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was born in Armenia, and sometimes I go back. I was there a year ago,
Okay.
and I mean that's part of my journey too. Like I want to go back there.
Hmm.
I want to live there for a little bit. I
Learn
want
about
my
the
kids to
culture.
feel the
Yeah.
motherland, like the whole, like like everything. I want them to feel it,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's very safe there. And obviously, California is what 40 million now.
Yeah. It's wild.
The whole Armenia is only 3 million.
Oh God.
So it's small, and everyone know each other. And
Mhm.
I mean, luckily, I have a name out there, and people recognize me, and people know me, and people. What I think it could be a good change too. But can I live there for? I don't know. I don't know. But when I go back there for a visit, like
Mhm.
I never, if I don't have a family, wife and kids, I'll never come back.
Oh really?
If I wasn't married now, if
Mhm.
I didn't have kids and wife and family, oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I would have been here now. I don't know. It'll be tough.
Yeah.
Probably I would have made 6 months in Armenia, 6 months here.
You just go back and
That's
forth.
how much I love going back there. I love everything. I when I would land at the airport, I feel like not only I'm safe, I'm home.
Mhm.
I don't feel it here. What I feel, although I grew up here, I
Yeah.
know
I get what you're
in
saying.
LA, all the foods, all the like everything, like. But when I go there, I feel like I'm home and I'm safe there.
And you said your
It's so weird.
your parents still live there?
No, I have no relatives there. I only have friends there.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is here.
Okay.
They're
So
either in Paris,
mhm.
Marseille, or in LA.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there's nothing for me to go and like I have this a huge family.
Mm.
No, all I have is friends and Armenia. That's it.
Mm. Interesting. Cool. Well, man, let me uh let me get out of your hair, but I wanted to first thank you for coming on, for taking the time to talk to me, uh, sharing some stories, and appreciate everything you did inside the octagon and outside. Shedding your blood, sweat, and tears, man. Like I said, you've been a fan favorite, and everyone loves you. And you're one that I love to used to watch all the time just because I knew that, Manny was going to be a good fight. Manny was going to put his heart and his soul into the fight. And that's even, like you said, if you were injured or not, you still gave it your all. And, that's nothing but respect. And, I appreciate your journey as of so far. And hopefully, maybe when we talk, maybe later in the future, you had that gym up already in California ready to go, man. So I'll be cool,
That's
man.
the goal. Thank you. I appreciate it. But thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
And
man.
we'll link up again. We'll talk more.
Yeah, absolutely, man. God bless, brother.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.